Good morning. Today is Wednesday, and so Wednesday is the day that your narrative is due. So today I want to walk through what that would look like. I also pulled up a good example. I'm going to post a few exemplar examples for you so you can see what some good examples of narratives would look like. So today you will go to Google Classroom and you will pull up the rubric. So in Google Classroom, let me try to show you this. I have it as a draft right now, but it's going to be right here and it's just a material. So when you pull it up, this is what you will see. So it's a rubric that looks just like this, and you can see on here, like, I have 0 points if I score in this column, a half a point in here, 7.75 points in here, so 3/4, and then a full point on this side. So, like, let's say I give multiple conflicts in the piece. I'm going to get an automatic point. If I stay in first and third point of view, I get a point. So if you go through these, you can see, like, if I just do all the stuff in this category, then I'm going to get a full 10 points. I start taking off points, as you go down. So when you're grading yourself today, here's what you're going to do. So I'm going to click up here, and I'm going to click Control A. You see how I did that? Now you have two options. You can either hit Control X. So Control X will cut it, and then I'll go over to my narrative, and I'm going to go down to a new page. And I'm going to paste it. Well, there it is. So now I have pasted the rubric to my paper. So then I'm not having to turn in two documents, and when I'm grading your paper, I can just quickly scroll down and see. So once you have that pasted, so just as a reminder, I went over here, I hit Control A, and then I hit Control X. And that's what, like, highlighted everything, Control A, and then Control X cuts it, so that way I can go over to my paper and paste it in. I always use the shortcut Control V. So once you get this on your paper, and once your paper's finished, also some things that I want you to notice in here. Let me try to zoom in just a bit. This might be too much. Okay. So there is automatic dialogue here. And as you can see, it's punctuated correctly. So, like, everything is skipped down a line. A lot of you are wanting to write yours like that. And we always have to make sure we tab over to indent. So anytime you give dialogue, you enter down and you indent. Now for me, I do not care if you're skipping a line between each one like that. Some of you like to just have it super spaced out, and it honestly doesn't bother me. I think it's a preference, however neat you like it. So it can look like that, or it can look all together. Often people will do an exaggerated space down and enter down when they're switching from, like, their rising action to their climax to the falling action, etc. So once you get your dialogue right, and that you have dialogue in there, you've made sure you have a lot of literary devices. So yesterday you used the literary device thing, so the literary device worksheet. So for example, I'm trying to get over here so you can see it. When I went and pulled up my literary device worksheet, I was highlighting in my paper those literary devices. So let me show you how that works. Okay, so I went here and I pulled up this literary devices from 10-6. So from here, like for alliteration, I would then have to go in. So here's my alliteration box. I don't know why it's like this. I'm sorry. It was from when I accidentally let people. I would go back over to my paper, and I'm going to try to find an example of alliteration. Now, yesterday we talked about, what happens if I don't have any alliteration? Well, I need to add some. So maybe even here, I look down to see a boy around my age with electric blue eyes and chestnut hair. So maybe I could change this to blazing, to some blazing, beautiful, whoa, I'm typing in all caps, blue eyes and chestnut climbing hair. So then here's my example of alliteration. So I copy it and then I come over here, oops, and I paste it into my alliteration. It's like that. Well, there. Okay, so that's what you did on your literary device worksheet yesterday. So today you're making sure that you're finishing your narrative to start, that you're going through and you're adding dialogue and you're making sure you have all the literary devices. And then finally, you're going to actually grade yourself with the narrative. So I am going to, or I'm sorry, you're going to grade yourself with the rubric. I can't talk anymore. I swear it's so hard. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to each criteria. For example, point of view. So if I know I did not use any second person point of view, maybe even you've gone back through and checked because that would be the smart thing to do. I'm then going to highlight the category that I think I fall under. So if I feel like I earned a 1, I'm going to highlight a yellow. I will say that if we completely agree on everything, that you are more likely to get a magical bonus point than if we don't. Like if you are somebody who wrote like half a page and you're grading yourself as 100%, there's probably going to be something wrong there. I want you to try to score the same that I would score you. So this is kind of your self-assessment, self-grading. So you're just going to go through and highlight each one that you feel like you earned. So if you feel like you earned that one, you'd highlight there. If I feel like I only had one conflict, I'm going to highlight there. Now here's the cool thing. You haven't turned this piece in. So if I'm looking here and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do only have one conflict, I can easily go add some more, lengthen it up a little. So if you're looking at that and you're like, oh man, I don't even know if I have any conflict, go add some before you turn it in. Same with dialogue. If I haven't used any, this is a great time to just add it in. And I'm trying to not give you a ton to do today, just finish your narrative. Transitions, so I'm looking for different transitions, not just that you use the word additional over and over again or first. I am not looking for the same transition over and over again. I'm looking at, can you use some transitions? Now, if you have no idea how to use transitions or what transitions are, all you should have to do is come over here and look up transition words, and it'll pull up a huge list for you. So hopefully this will just be as easy as what I imagine. So see right there, I have transition words and smart words, approximately 200. I can go there. I can also go to images. And if I go to images, I get a lot of these options, and they're all good because they actually link them into category by like emphasis, addition, contrast, etc. You can even look up high school list or 8th grade list, all handy. So you are going to grade yourself. So you'll get down, and then this is the last 10 point. So was the piece completed close to a 2-page essay? Did it make sense? Was it entertaining or interesting? If yes, then cool, full 10 points. If it didn't make sense, or if it was super short, or if there was just like no conflict and it just made it so lackadaisical, then I will take off points for that. And I want you to try to use like your best judgment too there. And then give me what you think your final score is right here. So do you think that you scored, a 20 out of 20? You're going to tally everything up. You might have to use a calculator, my friends. But I'm going to add up. So if I got a 0.75 here, a 0.5, a 1, I add all those up. Use your calculator to do it. That's why I gave it in decimals, because I thought it'd be easier. And then here you're going to put, out of 20, however many that you got. Now down here, I want you to tell me your strengths and what you need to improve on. I think it formatted a little bit odd, but basically I'm looking for 3 of each. What are 3 things that you did well in this piece? And what are 3 things that you feel like you need to do better? So that is what I'm looking for today. That you're completing your narrative, then you're grading yourself on the rubric. And that's honestly about it. You'll turn it in today. I told you guys yesterday that I'm really not going to look at them until Thursday morning. So if you need to take tonight to do it, that's fine. But just remember that today, your whole goal is to finish your narrative, finish it well, and grade yourself on the rubric. I will post exemplar narratives. I'm going to post 3, I think. So look at those and then head into turning in your piece. I should not see your piece turned in without the rubric. I will just shoot it back to you and return it. If you have any questions today, just ask me, email me. And if you're missing a ton of stuff, we should probably bring you in on Friday. I will be back with you tomorrow, but today's video is definitely of importance so you can know how to do this assignment. Let me know if you need anything, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Bye.